Hi there, Simon from simonwoods.com here. Now, January 25th stroke 26th, there's a strange few hours where in Scotland it's Burns Night and in Australia it's Australia Day. So I thought to celebrate that, I'm going to try some Australian wines with haggis, because I know haggis you're supposed to have it with whiskey, but you can't drink whiskey all the time. Well, you can, but you fall over. So what I've got is 10 Australian wines, 10 of the from some of the biggest companies in the country, and I'm going to try them with haggises. And if you're going to do a proper comparative tasting of wine and haggis, you might as well have a couple of different haggises. So I've got Hall's, the world's favourite haggis, £2 for 500 gram weight, made from pork. And I have Simon Howie's Haggis Company Haggis Original, made from lamb, and £2.29, 454 grams. So what's the difference between the Halls and the Howie? And this is the Halls I'm on now. You can see quite a bit more oatmeal here, a bit lighter in colour. The Howie, yeah, it seems denser, a bit less, smells a bit more livery. Yeah, slightly meatier, more offally texture. More of a serious haggis, that. A bit more pepper, a bit more spice. So two different styles for the wines to cope with. First one, it's the only white wine that's been sent. Wolf Blass Riesling, 2006. Lovely, fresh, zippy wine. I like the way it's got that zestiness, toasty edge of maturity. It's 4 years old now. I think that's going to work really nicely with the haggis. The wine gets just a little bit lost there. Its freshness is still coming through, but it's more the spiciness of the haggis. Bit the same, yeah. It's okay. It works reasonably, but it's more that the haggis wins on that occasion. Next one up is a Pinot Noir from the Yarra Valley, Little Yering, 2008. Not sure whether Pinot Noir is manly enough for haggis. Let's see. Okay, nice pippy, cherries, raspberries, strawberries. Bit of acidity on the finish, might cut through some of the fat in the haggis. Well, the fruit still comes through rather nicely. It does bring it down a little bit. You lose the high notes. That works really quite nicely, actually, surprisingly. It's got the fruit to cope with the spiciness and no hard edges to clash. I'm quite surprised at how well that's done. Third wine, Peter Lehmann Barossa Grenache, 2005. Now I like that. That's a really lovely, supple, soft, juicy beast. It's got a bit of this warm, lithe berry edge. It's also got a bit of a grip on the finish, and there's just a hint of mint, not too much, just the right amount. Gets a little bit lost, the wine. Again, it's that the haggis is just that little bit too strong there. Funny, it doesn't get us lost with that one. I don't know whether it's the sweeter edge that goes nicely with the liver, but doesn't work with the Halls, works with the Howies. Wine number 4, very well known, Bin 555 Shiraz from Wyndham Estate. It's okay, not as sweet as it used to be. Quite a bit of leathery berry and blackcurrant, some spice, earthy, better than I thought it was going to be, that. Haggis is just a bit too much for that wine. It's probably the simplest of the wines here. I found it tasty by itself, but the Halls is stripping away most of its fruit. It's the same with the other one. Okay. Wine number 5, Houghton the Bandit Shiraz Tempranillo from Western Australia. Smells just a bit jammy. Yeah, like jammy Dodger biscuits, and a bit too much vanilla there for me. Not so sure about that one. Okay, you're just left with a little bit of hardness. It's almost like the wood springs into life when you have it with the Halls. Again, works a little bit better there. The fruit seems to shine a little bit more. Don't know whether it's the slightly fattier edge of the Halls that's bringing some of the brighter notes on the wines down, but certainly the last two wines, it's been the Howies that has went better with the wine. Wine number 6, DArenberg Darry's Original Shiraz Grenache. This is usually a gentle giant of a wine. Absolutely lovely style. It's rich but relaxed. Confident, leathery, meaty wine. Oh, that's really tasty wine. Best for me so far. Okay with the Halls, but once again, you're losing some of the treble notes and you leave it left with this, the underbelly rather than the sweeter flesh that was in the wine. Again, it's a more wine-friendly haggis, the Howie. It's not a great match, but once again, the fruit gets a chance to shine more brightly than with the Halls. Wine number 7, Penfolds Bin 128 Coonawarra Shiraz, 5 years old. This is 2005. Oh, really tasty. It's got this floral, spicy edge to it, but it's got this wealth of fruit as well. Cherries, black fruit, and then on the finish, it's got freshness and power and tannin. And again, it's weird, it strips down the fruit and you're left with structure. Not too bad, but it dries out the juicy wine. Same with that one too. It really it doesn't do anything for the wine. The wine just suffers, and shame. Number 8, Glenguin Aristea Shiraz from the Hunter Valley, 2005. Yeah, there's a meaty, leathery edge there that's really nice. The fruit's warm and friendly, slightly chocolate, earthy edge, but there's this earthy, refreshing edge to the finish. Tasty, tasty wine. Nice wine, nice food. Once again, it's a dip between the two rather than a crest between the two. Yeah, it's strange. People think of Australian Shiraz as not being very subtle, but compared with the Haggis, this is a subtle wine. And it just rips away some of those subtleties, some of those nuances. Wine number 9, Chateau Reynella Basket Press Shiraz from McLaren Vale, 2006. It's the only one I've needed a corkscrew for so far. Smells rich and plummy, but very young. Yeah, nice, rich blackberry, blackcurrant edges. It feels desperately young. Feels like this needs a time to open out. Be interesting to see what this is like in about an hour when I have it with the Haggis. Now that's actually holding up reasonably well. The fruit's intact, but I think it's because it's a big wine in the first place. The Haggis is taking, again, the grace notes off the wine. Again, the Howie is better with the wine, but the wine is better without the Howie. Last one's a bit of an oddball. Jacob's Creek Sparkling Shiraz. Yes, Shiraz with bubbles. Bit of licorice, blackcurrant. Do you remember those licorice imps? Blackcurrant and licorice edge there. Very distinctive, slightly sweet, and it's got a nice grip of acidity and this strong, feral finish. I think that's got a good chance. Won't be for everyone though. Bit of a standoff there. They've both got lots to say, but they're not speaking the same language. Bit more entente cordiale there, but still the sweetness of the fruit, pepperiness of the Haggis, and none of the subtleties of either is coming through. Conclusion, Australian wines, Scottish Haggis, do they meet? Well, they do, but there's a few pointers. I would go for wines that are really vibrant and fruity. It doesn't matter whether they're young or whether they're old, as long as they're fruity, that you need that. And take your serious wines away from Haggis, because the nuances just get a bit lost in the spicy, peppery edges. I preferred the Howie's Haggis to the Hall's Haggis. I thought they were both really nice, but I'm a bit full now. I think I'm going to go away and have some salad. See you soon.